So a new video, a new topic, kind of old. It's about the gear oil. As you have seen in the community page, if you're not, I'll put a photo in the video so that you can check. So we some days back used a Goodyear 75W90 mineral based oil to flush our transmission, because I was trying to have a good transmission oil, transmission fluid, but I was unable to source one. So I finally sourced one thing that was online. There was this. It's a 75W90 semi-synthetic, and you know, this is the reason why I don't trust online sources for lubricants, their shipping qualities. So I've seen a lot of people fighting over internet. GL4 is better, GL5 is better, GL5 will corrode your synchronization rings, or the synchros, GL4 is this, the GL5 is this. So my observation about what I have read till so far, GL5 and GL4 both have their pros and cons. So GL4 is better on the impact resistance than GL5, so it's a pro for GL4 over the GL5. But in case of GL5, we say that we hear that, or we read that on internet forums, that it will start to corrode the yellow metals inside your gearbox. From yellow metals, they are basically referring to synchros or synchronizer rings, whatever you call it. So what it does is, according to them, it will corrode them and make your gearbox useless. So that's not the case. That's the half story, but that's not the full story. The full story is like that: if a vehicle which is supposed to use GL4 oil start to use GL5, and in a particular situation where your transmission fluid starts to boil, then the GL5 oil will leave a kind of black tarnished layer over your synchronizer rings or over your yellow metals. Apart from that, it can't do anything. So if you are so much concerned about the yellow metals inside your gearbox or the transmission housing, you are so much conscious about their color, you are racist. Oh, that was a bad one, but it really settled down to people are fighting to each other over that specific thing, which doesn't even really matter. GL4 and GL5 was supposed to be specifications of the oil. These days brands are using it as a marketing term, so beware. So before anyone say anything to me, this oil is supported for both GL4 plus 5. And just in case if your transmission fluid starts to boil inside your transmission housing, then you are doing something very wrong. You need to see a driving instructor as soon as possible. So moving on to changing the oil. Very first step, remove the filler plug. Now we have cracked open the fill plug. After that, only after that, we can crack open the drain, because you know the thing, if the drain plug, if we drain the oil and the fill plug doesn't open or get stuck, so you are stuck with a car which has no transmission fluid. And if you are one of those person who want to drain every bit of oil, some people recommend removing these supporting pins, but I will never recommend removing these supporting pins. But still, just in case if you still want to remove it, at least make sure your shifter is locked. I'll show you how to lock the shifter, but I'm not going to remove these pins. So if you want to lock the shifter, you need to firstly remove this air hose, pull it back from here, press the both sides, pull in the front, make sure your engine is cold. and at the very bottom, okay, let me take you to the shifter. So this is your shifter, this is the shifter assembly, and this is the locking pin. Hope you can see that. You need to press the shifter down and then rotate it upwards. So I'm just gonna try to place the camera somewhere and show you. And to lock the shifter, what you have to do is you need to press the shifter from upwards, not completely, just a light pressure so that it can move just halfway down. Then you need to rotate this pin. So the shifter is locked now. The pin is in upward position, shifter is locked now. So to release, you just have to press this pin that side and it will get released. So this is the condition of the oil we used to flush. Little bit of glitteriness, but I guess that's okay in manual transmissions, not too much. So this video doesn't have a full process of the transmission fluid change. It has just the highlights. So just in case if you wanna watch the full process, I'm gonna link a video in the top right corner. You can watch that. When we started with this oil, I doesn't have that much of expectations, but actually it proved to be as good as the OEM oil. Firstly, we were on OEM oil, then we shifted to the Zik 7585, then we used the Goodyear 7590 as a flush, then we are now on Motul 7590 semi-synthetic. It's as good as OEM goes.